10 to 12 parents, welcome to our advanced program mathematics presentation. I am Mr. Hloma, and I will be giving you more details about this subject and what we do in this subject. The course outline for grades 10 to 12, I decided to combine so that I can give you a full picture of what the people covers in grade 10 to 12. The names of the topics are the same, but it is the level at which how far they go in grade 10, how far they go to grade 11, how far they go to grade 12. That's why I've decided to make this one presentation instead of splitting it from into grade 10, 11 and 12. So we have got a compulsory section of the syllabus which covers what is called the algebra and the calculus. Then we are required to choose one of the following topics as an elective module. So you will either do statistics and probability, or you do matrices and graph theory, or you do finance and mathematical modeling. So here, the pupils have got a choice, especially when they're in grade 10, to say that, no, because of the career that I want to choose, I would rather do statistics and probability because I want to go into the the research kind of field. That's what I'm interested. Then if you are into financial mathematics, then you go into finance and modeling. But since I introduced this advanced program mathematics since 2008, I've realized that people opt to go for the finance and modeling because it is also covered in mathematics, so it is more like a two-in-one kind of a situation, so that they do not have to study twice. Once they do the finance and modeling in APM, it means they've covered it also in maths, which is not a problem at all. Right, so the content that we have been covered in term 1 and 2. So we have done mostly this year algebra and the calculus part. What is expected of the pupils in this section, or in this what we call the module, is people should be able to establish, to define, manipulate, to determine and represent the derivatives and integral, both as an antiderivative and as an area under the curve of various algebraic trigonometric functions, and solve related problems. This might not make sense to a grade 10 people because most of the terms which are covered in this kind of a description, they haven't done it specifically because we are still building the foundation for us to be able to do what I have just said, or what is written above there. So in grade 10, these are the topics that we have covered, and also in grade 11 and in grade 12. You can see some of the topics are more or less the same, but as I have said at the beginning, it is about the level. So when you see a topic which says complex numbers in grade 10, and you also see complex numbers in grade 11, you can see we say further complex numbers. It means we are extending on what we have started in grade 10 and so forth, and then we go on up until grade 12. Then what we are expecting to complete in term 3 and term 4, we haven't started financial mathematics, we haven't started the mathematical modeling in grade 11, we have done financial mathematics in grade 12, and we have done mathematical modeling, which they also wrote and tested. We have done integration in term 1 and 2, but we are going to continue it in term 3 and 4, and also the graphical applications and optimization in term 4. Then how did we calculate the marks in term 1? So this was the mark breakdown of the mark that you saw on your child's report. This is how we calculated in grade 10. Everything that they do in class, I will try to make sure that it counts towards their term report, so that there is that consistency throughout the term, so that they will be able to work and continuously, so that daily effort is consistent. So the homework that they do, they normally do homeworks which they submit after 7 days, which I give them on a weekly, so that no child is left behind. So that's why these homework are counting, and they are very important. And as you can see, so in grade 10, the mini exam that we wrote before the lockdown counted 40%, and in grade 11 that mini exam 60%, and in grade 12 it counted 50%. Then the format of the September exam. So the grade 10 and 11, they are going to write one paper, but the grade 12, they are going to write 2 papers on the same day. The timetable for these exams has already been published, so you can actually go and look where are they going to write. So they will write in grade 10 and 11 a paper, which is one paper out of plus or minus 300 marks, a maximum of 300 marks for 3 hours. So it's a very long paper, and here they are tested that their competence. So when you compare it to maths, it's more like this is double the amount of work that they are required for mathematics, but the time is exactly the same. So for the topics that we have covered, everything that we have covered in grade 10 will be assessed as well as in grade 11 and in grade 12. So for more description, you are going to get an exam booklet with also similar details on what will be in the exam. So here I encourage all the FET people's grade 10 to this, please start revising now. Do not wait for the exam period for you to start doing this work. As you can see, it's a lot of work. This is work that is starting from term 1 up until term 3. So there's no way that you'll be able to start this from the I think from the 21st or from the 3rd from the 3rd of September. That will be too late. So please, can we start doing it now? Ask questions. Let's do revision together so that we can prepare for these exams. Right, so I just want to explain to you what is advanced program mathematics, what is the purpose of advanced program mathematics, and what are the aims, what is this subject all about. Advanced program mathematics is a non-designated subject. So what we call it a non-designated, I think the terminology has just changed to non-recognized subject. By that, what we mean is it does not count towards the aggregate on your child's report. So when we calculate the average, APM is not included, and also it does not count towards the final aggregate in grade 12. So what's the point of doing advanced program math? I think most of you might be wondering. Although it does not count towards, this is a subject that has grown, I think, a lot of interest in so many schools, and so many people are taking it because there are so many advantages in a society that values diversity and equality. And we are a nation that has a global competitive economy. So it is imperative that within the FET band, the grade 10, 11, and 12, people who perform well in mathematics in the core, what we call core maths, are given a significant, are given a chance to show their knowledge, their skills, their values and attitude which are associated with maths. So this is more of to give those people who are already excelling in mathematics a chance to challenge them, because mathematics becomes monotonous, becomes boring, you're regularly doing it. But is that what it's all about? No. The aim of advanced program mathematics is to increase the number of peoples through competence and the desire to enter higher education to pursue careers in mathematics, engineering, and technology. Why? Because we are trying to bridge the gap between the current CAP syllabus and, you know, for most of us as parents, I think you did what was called higher mathematics and standard mathematics. So the difference between that syllabus that we used to have back then and the current syllabus, there were some topics which were removed. So those topics now have been taken, and we have now created a subject which is now called advanced program mathematics. So the advanced program, it is actually an extension of the current mathematics, and it challenges these pupils to demonstrate a greater than average ability. Or anyone who is also enthusiastic in mathematics is more than welcome to take, because there are more advantages. Because if you are practicing at a higher level and then you go and write your maths exam, maths becomes maths lit, because things in maths becomes even much simpler. So my expectation is for anyone who is doing mathematics, if they do not get a for anyone who is doing advanced program mathematics, if they do not get a distinction in maths, for me, I would see it as an underachievement. Although there are some kids who are taking advanced program mathematics, but they are not that A candidates already. But so for those, I think that is understandable to say that they have done, they have performed at their potential, and it's more than welcome. But there must be a significant difference in their current performance in mathematics by the end of grade 12. The way they see and perceive mathematics must actually be a big difference, and so that is the purpose of doing advanced program mathematics. So here are a few aims that I have done listed. about advanced program mathematics. Generally, this advanced program mathematics enables pupils to experience more of the joy and beauty of mathematics, if that exists, uh, and then to extend their mathematical knowledge to solve new problems in the world around them and grow that confidence in this ability. To use sophisticated mathematical processes to solve and to pose problems creatively and critically. And the rest, I think you can also read what I have listed there. So there are topics that we do in advanced program mathematics, even at grade 10 level. These topics are not done in the current syllabus, they will be done in their first year at a university or at tertiary level. So it gives them that edge. For those who are in the education sector, I think if you know the syllabus for maths, there's something which is called integration. Integration is not part of the current core mathematics syllabus, but we do it in advanced program mathematics already at grade 10 level. Complex numbers, finding things like the square root of -4. It's not part of the syllabus, but in advanced program mathematics, already in grade 10, we cover these kind of basic things that when they go to university, at university level, um, lecturers make assumption that they already know that if they don't know, these are some of the people who are actually forced to do or to take what are called bridging courses in order to have this background, because it is not even part of the syllabus at that tertiary. It's more like the foundation that they need. So advanced program mathematics give them an added advantage their first year at university. For someone who is in this mathematical field, something that has to do with mathematics at tertiary level, especially at university, they'll find their life so much easier than anyone else, because when whatever the lecturers will be talking about, they understand that language. I think that makes give them an edge and also an added advantage over other people's. So thank you very much for listening to our presentation. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me for more clarification on what I have said.